Good morning. So what we're doing now is an interim oil change on a 3 litre SDV6 Disco 4, and it should be fairly simple. Top extraction. So tools required are 32mm socket, 6-sided, oil filter, oil, something to put the old oil into, and some form of extractor, because this is going to be a top extraction. Now, some people use pumps, hand pumps. I'm lazy, so I decided to go and get an electric one. I've not used it before. So, in the immortal words of car enthusiasts everywhere, how hard can it be? Okay, so here is the engine cover, oil filler cap, oil extraction tube. So, first things first, take that off, put that safe, cover this off. Here's one I prepared earlier. That's safe. And there is the oil filler. Okay, these pipes just move out the way and you extract it. So I'm going to put this cover back on temporarily, not sealed, just loosely, because I don't want anything getting in there. And the next thing I've got to do is I've got to take the battery cover off, because that pump, being electric, draws its current from the car's own battery. So this pump is fairly straightforward. On-off switch, power connections through the cables directly to the terminals of the battery. Oil comes in, and out to a handy receptacle, which I haven't plugged in yet. And then I'll get that connected up to make sure it works properly before I do anything else. And then I'll loosen off the oil filter cap. On the principle that nothing works straight out of the box, this does not fit in here. Twist that, lift, keep that safe, do not lose that. So this pipe doesn't fit on there. So I've got another piece here of fuel pipe. This is 6mm diameter fuel pipe. So I'm going to put that on there, the other end in there, and carry on. So wait one. Okay, I'm going to connect up the pump. It's switched off, which is good. So connect up the pump and see what happens. Like I said, I've not used this before, so see what happens. Right, theory, switch on, oil comes up there, down there, and into the handy receptacle, which I haven't forgotten to do. And the good thing about using this is you can be able to see how much oil comes out. Should be 6 litres in total, so I need to stop that and put another one in, which I'll probably get, thinking about it, I'll probably get ready now, just in case. Right. So, the moment of truth. Classic. So, after a bit of jiggery-pokery and giving up on the electric pump, which I'll sort for another day, I've gone old school with a pump, a hand pump. If you listen carefully, you can hear it draining. So I've done the same pipe arrangement as before, with that piece of hose pipe. And I'll just sit here while this fills up, and hopefully I'll get 6 litres out of it. I won't make you sit through that. So that's coming along nicely, a litre or so far. And now, while I'm waiting, I'll get this out. So I've already undone it. So should have plenty of time to drain, which it has. It's pretty clear down there. Lovely gunky and black in there, as you'd expect. Right, let's swap that out for the new one, but I need to take this seal off. So there's a bit of oil on that and resite the new one. So you have to pry that out with a screwdriver, but when you do, it just lifts out. And then you'll inspect that and look for bits of metal in there, which hopefully you won't find any, but probably worth a good look. Get the new one, sense check. It's roughly the same size. pushes in. Oh, I've got to take that off and put the new one on. Need 2 hands for that. That's the new one on, and I've run a little bit of fresh oil over it, put it into place. New filter in it, ready to go. So I'll put that back in there. Not used to these top ones. I prefer the bottom filled ones, but I have to say 10 out of 10 for convenience at the moment. And I'll do that up finger tight, and I'll attack it with the socket. Not too tight, of course, but not too loose. Not sure if there's a torque setting on that, so I'm just going to do it by feel like I've always ever done it. I'm sure I'll work out if it's gone wrong when the engine starts smelling of oil. Right, okay. And this is continuing to drain. I think we're on litre 2 now. Getting there. 4 more to go. Given that a bit more pump, create a bit more vacuum. Still not quite halfway there. That's still doing its thing. Need to get rid of that. And I think I'll make a cup of tea while that's going on. On my way to make a cup of tea, having to step over the dead dog to get that. Ooh, I think that might be the last of it. Oh, yeah. You can hear that noise? I think it is drained, and that looks just over 6 litres to me. Happy days. But still got tea on the tailgate first. So let that continue to do its thing, and we'll see where it goes from there. Last part and the best bit. So that filter's done up properly, which I have, and take that off. Use a funnel and pour in the oil. Alright, I've done the 5, so here's the one for the 6. 6 go out, 6 goes in. And I'll check the level inside in a second. Okay. Perfect. I forgot to mention that check your funnels clean before you do it, because I've made that mistake once before. Oh, the chute's going on in the background. It's supposed to be on that, but I'm doing this instead. Irritating. I'm going to put the cover back on, but before I do that, I'm just going to check the level and then start her up and check the filter isn't spraying everything everywhere, because I'm paranoid like that. So that's closed, that was nipped up. I'm not going to nip it again in case I over tighten it. Then I'll put the covers back on, including the battery cover. Right, so I'll finish with my tea, and then we'll go and check the oil level. First things first, don't start it. Don't press the pedal, don't leave the brake pedal alone. Press that button, get the ignition on. Turn the heater off, I don't need that one. Right, ignore all this jiggery pokery. Okay. I know the door's open because I've opened it. I know the bonnet's open because I can see it. That's very helpful. Yes, tire pressure, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Press OK to clear. OK to clear. OK to clear. Good. Now, I need to press OK again. Scroll down to service menu. Oil level display. Now you won't see that if you just turn the engine off or if the engine's running. So you should have left it for, I think it's about 10 or so minutes. Interesting. Oh, hello, there we go. Maybe I need to let that settle for a little bit longer. There's definitely 6 litres in there. Oh, it's going up a bit. Oh, exciting. How far is it going to go? Right, a bit more. I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm going to stop it and come back to when it's... Oh, hang on. Said that. Oh, touch and go now. Is that going to go over? Is it going to go over? Kind of day I've had, it probably will. Or did I get lucky? Just 6 litres actually means 6 litres. Actually, that's pretty good. Now, am I brave enough to start the engine? Of course I am. Right. Let's clear that. Oh, sweet as a nut. Just going to have a look and see. Right, we'll switch the engine off, so we're going to take the cap off, put the cover back on, and then put the cap back on again. But otherwise, this is done.